The date is the 10th of April, May, 5502. The colony is in turmoil. The prison break last episode pretty much wiped out every single slave we had, including a potential vampire. And you know what the biggest problem that the comment section are facing at the moment? It's the quality of our chairs and tables and whether or not they are better quality as a square or a circle. Look, you guys know my opinions. Circle gang all the way. But just for comparison's sake, the square table is currently masterwork and the best quality circle table we have is excellent. Alright? And that is all we're going to go into. Welcome to the Sanguophage Survival Series, episode 11. And yes, we have lost all of our slaves. All of our prisoners have just gone. Today we're going to spend the episode of just sort of keeping our slaves in check. By that, like as we can see by Michael, for example, he's already got the slave body straps on. I've been too nice to my slaves. I've been giving them too much freedom. And I don't think we need to be doing that anymore. Michael, take your clothes off. My man, take them all off. You are only going to be allowed... Oh, should we let him have some gloves? Yeah. Just take it all off, honestly, Michael. And there he is. Michael. Yes, Michael. This is all you're allowed. All you can wear now are some of the gloves and rawhide slave body straps. We need to keep control of our slaves. And that is the plan for today. To get back our lost slaves and make them ours again. So if you enjoy any of today's episode and are excited to see the return of all of our fantastic slaves, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things and let's start by setting up some warrants. Now, in order for the warrants to be complete, we need silver. In order to have silver, I need to make sure we've actually got silver. We have 1800 silver entire, which probably isn't enough to get everybody back. So I think if we select Hops as our first slave to return to us, and then we'll just go from there in terms of getting them back. Here we go. So there's Hops, Hophorn Bean, and she's joined the Union of Raleigh. A gentle tribe. No. You are going to be enslaved again. You have selected a non-hostile pawn for your warrant. Are you sure you would like to continue this or damage relations with the Union of Raleigh? Yes. I don't care. This is my person. We're going to have a capture payment of 1,000, I think. And the reason is desertion. You have deserted us, Hops, and that is not on. And this theoretically will take 11.7 days, okay? It's going to take a while, but we'll get there eventually. So I've looked through the rest of the colonists that fled from us last episode, and honestly, Hops is the only one that's really worth having captured back. If we ignore Jezebel's warrant, Hops is the only one that I actually want back desperately. Hold on, no, there is one more. There is one more. Dutch, because Dutch is going to replace Hops. Because Dutch, if we remember rightly, had a skill that meant that he was like super good at fighting. We're only going to offer 800 silver for this because that's all we can afford, but it'll do. It's going to take 8.4 days, and we are now hostile with the Union of Raleigh. Not ideal, not what I wanted, but we need our people back. We need them back. So things aren't looking the best around the colony, but you know what? We have a dice of chaos. What worse can happen if we roll this? What more can go wrong? A crop sprout of melons. Well, perfect. Just what I wanted. Oh, look. Your good iron slave collar is infused. Wow, our iron slave collar of labour. Who'd have thought it? Wow, that's actually a really good infusion. Darren was trying to make a joke about slaves and labour, but that's a really good bit of kit. Nice. And now all of our slaves are now fully kitted out. This is the general outfit for slaves. I will probably go further into this and specialise them further, so mining stuff for Thorgan, cooking and planting stuff for Balzana, and then maybe some social things for Michael. But at the moment, whilst these slaves have misbehaved, they're just going to get the basic stuff, you know. We'll ignore how Thorgan looks awfully sexy, but we'll go from there. And the Imperium of Letho have accepted our warrant on Dutch the Digger and are actively completing it. Nice. So that'll be Lord Tyoma's associate in Vampire, both of them of the same mantid race. Very nice. And Jezebel has gained a level in spells as well. So the next level of this telekinetic is medium psychic slug. Nice. And there we are. Blood weapons are complete. Next. Awful. Reroll. Oh, awful. Let's go for the basic petal lace crafting. In response to all the issues we've had with slaves, I've decided to get rid of Smelly's big old bonker here and give him a sharper version of the bonker he had called Vingal, the Amethyst Battle Axe. It has lots of magical traits as well because it is named. It has a magical blast that can potentially do damage. It has a shield, which is very nice. And the shield spell is more reliable against melee attacks as well, which is very nice. So basically Smelly now is even more powerful than what she was before. And a raid from House Oswin. They're looking to capture Jezebel due to poaching. And Lord Timer has healed up just before this raid as well. Perfect. Jezebel and Smelly are going after the subjects from the House of Oswin. Just goes straight up, search and destroy. I'm not worried at all. Even Tyom is on search and destroy as well. He's just doing his thing. He's just doing his thing. And once again, the raiders have gone after my dryads. Why? What are you doing going after non-hostile creatures? What are you trying to gain? Timer's in there. He's using his ability. He's knocked one down. He's killed another one. Tyoma. Oh, wow. Tyoma's a little bit on the stronger side. He's just wiped them out. I blink and they're all dead. Jesus Christ. Tyoma, you are absolutely insane. Lord Timer's gained another level as well. Lord Timer gains levels unbelievably quickly, and I've got no idea why. It won't be long till he's fully able as a primal to do everything. I'm not sure if I want to go down the path of unlocking something else again, just because at the moment he can't actually use all his abilities, and he can't use them consistently. So I think for this upgrade, we're just going to upgrade his stats, honestly. And Colonist Stench's constant stress has made their depression become permanent. I'm bored. I wonder if life will always feel this bland. You're in prison. Your life is not meant to be exciting. However, you now becoming depressive has made you really bad, honestly, Stench. Before I could kind of handle it and take him for the animal handling skill or even the other skills he might potentially have. But I think what we're going to do is enslave him as soon as we can get him converted and just send him over to the outpost, honestly, and just make him useful there. Not a colonist that I think I'll be keeping. Basic petal-lace crafting is complete. Next, we've got Tyrian production, tabletop games, or the heel root tree. None of these I don't particularly want, so we're going to go for a reroll. Stone crushing. Ooh, now that's a very good one. This will unlock stone cutting, which would be very nice for us. So let's go for that. There we are. We have now set up a quarry. Now the quarry mod, I wasn't necessarily going to use and abuse this series. However, I have done my best to balance and nerf this as much as humanly possible, to the point where I think it is a 97% chance of failure, which is massive, right? It's very highly nerfed, but this could change later in the series depending on whether or not I think it's too nerfed. And at the moment, I'm not going to be particularly using this. It's just kind of there for if no one has anything else to do. This is going to be where Thorgan, Worgan, Horgan, is going to be living as well. So I've got a nice little room here for them. It's going to be lovely. And legendary work. So this is created as a legendary wooden stool. Look at it. It's perfect. Stone crushing is complete. Next, we've got intermediate cooking. Nice. Get some nice apple pie. Very nice. Dark Elves equipment or meat drying. Let's go for a reroll and hope for something better. Basic agriculture, Millinks equipment or cement making. Now, cement leads to concrete B. We're actually going to go for basic agriculture instead. Yeah, why not? And basic agriculture is complete. Next, jewelry, meat smoking, or steel. Steel will be pretty large, but we need the metallurgy schematics bench, which we do not have, so we can't get that. Let's reroll. Stone cutting, which is also pretty huge. Tabletop games or sewage sludge composting. I mean, realistically, stone cutting is the one that I want. And Mike has finally been enslaved. Perfect. We now only need one more development point, and then we can reform the IG Legion again. Perfect. Mike, welcome, my friend. Looking very feminine, Mike, but that's okay. You're allowed to be. What were you good at, Mike? Construction, mining, and crafting. Ah. You are Alphios's replacement, except you are actually an adult. Perfect. I'm also going to set up a build for a Void Longsword. This is currently the best weapon possible that we can craft. I have the steel for it, I have the hemogen bottles, and I have the sapphires for it. I'm just going to make one of these, and this will be Lord Tyoma's next weapon. I think the greatsword actually fits him really well. I don't know why, just Lord Tyoma and a greatsword goes really well. Otherwise, in terms of other specializations, we haven't got the rubies to make a knife or a dagger of some sorts for Jezebel. I think that would fit her far better as a character rather than having a sword. Smelly, I think, fits having a big old bonking weapon that does something really strong and powerful and hits quite slowly. She is a tank at the end of the day. And I think Solus, we're just going to go for a basic sword and shield combination. And Mike can also gain an expertise already, just like Alpheos. He's going to follow in the same path. I think we're going to go for Mike. We're going to have him go for weaponsmithing instead of tailoring, just because I think the weapons are going to take a lot longer to craft in the medieval era rather than the clothes, which are going to be fairly basic. And now that we have kind of stabilized the colony a little bit, I'd like to go on a little adventure. There is a steel ingot mining site over the mountains controlled by the Pop Rockba Treaty. 3 people, and for 442 steel ingots, this just is too good to turn down. Stone cutting is complete. Next we've got carrier birds, which is the equivalent of the comms console. Beekeeping, or we have obelisks. Carrier birds, yes. Actually, no. Because we can't make basic components. There's just no point getting back carrier birds until we can get basic components, which we need engineering to get as a prerequisite. Let's re-roll. Engineering! Woo! Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's get that researched, and finally, electricity, mining, windmills, ballistas, trebuchet. The medieval peak has been climbed. And the Imperium of Lepho have completed our warrant. Members of the Imperium of Lepho are outside your base with your completed warrant on Dutch the Digger. They are demanding a payment of 800 silver before drop-off. Let's pay the 800 silver. And there he is, the visitors. Where are you taking my man? Where have you put him? You've just dropped him off there. Okay, that's no problem at all. Jezebel, capture Dutch. Let him know how upset we are with him. Teach him a lesson. Should we break his legs? Probably not a good idea, really. He's still got the mood buff from where we rescued him as well. So that just shows how little time it's been. So let's convert him and get him enslaved. The caravan has arrived at the steel ingot mining site. We spawned in right next to the building as well. Just search and destroy. And I've also just realised this is the 2 lovers have been sent on a quest. It's so strange that these 2 are in love that I just forgot completely. But they've just gone search and destroy. This should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, immediately dead. Perfect. And Solus and Jezebel are both now having a quick chat with Dutch, questioning why he left. Why? And Solus converted him back to the blood path. Dutch knows that he was in the wrong for leaving. The rescued mood buff that he got from us, he remembered that we rescued him. And really, we're just trying to help him. And immediately says, yeah, alright, I'll come back to you. You'll become a slave pretty easily. We have created the very first Void Longsword of normal quality. It's not what I'm looking for, ideally, because I'm actually trying to get one of a masterwork quality. It's going to take like a long time to reach that, but when we get there, it'll be fantastic. And enslaved. Dutch has been enslaved. Now, Dutch, you were very bad to run away, but you were so willing to join again. I want to forgive you. I want to let you off. I think Hops was the one that was behind the escape, honestly, not you, Dutch. And for that reason, we will be turning you into a vampire at a later date. Let the scarification begin. And a satisfying absolute mutilation has been complete. Now, Dutch will temporarily remain as a slave for the time being, just because we don't have the right ratio of non-slaves to slaves. So unfortunately, Dutch, just for a small while, you will be forced into the slave outfit. Nothing personal, my friend. I just don't like having more colonists than I have slaves. And I've built the first bedroom in the vampire's brand new castle as well. We cannot currently allow Lord Tyoma and Smelly to sleep together, but that's because the IG religion forbids. However, when we get one more slave and our IG religion points go up, then we will be able to reform the IG religion. So, theoretically, we could potentially, if the dice of Randy Random rolls our way, very soon have vampire children on the way. Now, I've thought about this long and hard as to what it will produce, and I don't think it will produce vampire children, just because the vampire genome is a xenogene rather than a xenotype. So I'm pretty sure that whatever children Lord Tyome and Smelly produce will be a mixture of their xenotypes. I think that's what will happen, which is kind of a shame, but it'll be interesting to see, honestly. Lord Tyome has gained another level. I'm starting to think Lord Tyome passively gains psychic attunement because he's not meditating. He hasn't been able to do anything because he's either been down, he's not been in the colony because he's on a quest. I think Lord Tyome is passively gaining all of this stuff, but I'm not going to complain. I will probably put him up and for another upgrade again, just so we can really maximize how many things he can do automatically. And Stench has been enslaved. That did not give me the idealism points that I was expecting. God, that's annoying. That is slightly annoying. Well, Stench, you are absolutely horrendous because you cannot do anything, really, and you're depressed all the time. Not to say that people who are depressed are useless, but in Rimworld, they potentially have their disadvantages. I'm going to get you to go to the outpost. I'm going to get Lord Tyome to escort you there, and you'll live your life there. Unfortunately, we're going to have to kill off an immature dryad down here. It's a sad, sad day, really, but it's an enemy animal of the Union of Raleigh, and it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, immature dryad. Shame you're gonna die. Isabel's now gained her 3rd level as well. While she's only on her 3rd level, Lord Tyome is on like his 8th level. We have heavy psychic slug here. You know what? I'm actually going to upgrade her because I don't think she's actually capable of using her abilities much at the moment. So if we just upgrade her psychic load now, whilst we can, then she can at least make the most of what she's got. And there it is, the big one. Engineering is complete. Research how to craft basic components and to build complex contraptions. This unlocks so much for us. The arcane benches. We can actually build and create so many more things now. The series has opened up again. Research screen. What do we have next? Polearms, riding gear, or calcite farming. Polearms could be very nice. Get towards military polearms. I think these are very powerful weapons if you can get them made out of the right materials. So we're going to research those. As a result of us finding out that Lord Tyome's weapon is just absolutely insane, I'm going to cancel making the Void longswords for the time being. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Tyome and make him just equip any of the Void longswords we've created and just see if they're any good. Let's equip this one that's of excellent quality as well. So that's his the great sword that he's just dropped. So Lord Tyome, let's have a look at your longsword. It's of excellent quality and it has, oh my god, melee damage per second, 54.3. Okay, so it does change depending on who picks up the weapon, because that is a lot more than what it just said. So it is actually worth creating a Void longsword that's even better than excellent quality, potentially. Jeez Louise. So Lord Tyome now is actually our most powerful character. This is our most powerful character. I need to get you kitted out with something better, Lord Tyome, because at the moment you look silly. A disease, the plague. Mike, Sar, and Marjo have all got the plague. Wow, this would usually be really bad. Mike, okay, he's got the plague. He's one of our slaves, RIP. The other two, there are blood bags. These guys don't have any legs. They can't go anywhere. A little bit of the plague never hurt anybody. And a raid from the Lano Union. And they're attacking immediately. Only 4, though. Sorry. Why are you attacking? Oh, they're attacking my slaves. What? Guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, no. Wow, no. One of them has an animal war call. What does that do? Nothing. Oh no. Roll the dice of chaos to see what happens. And the oomph coming. A truly bizarre creature has arrived. A biblically accurate Joris has arrived. Ah! Stench and fur, I am so sorry. Oh no. They've decided to kidnap who they can and leave. Fur, just hide, my friend. Just hide. I'm so sorry. There's nothing we can do for you now. The outpost battle has apparently been won, so that's not the end of the world. They're only slaves. It's okay. And another raid as well. Oh, hello. A group of tribespeople from the Union of Raleigh have arrived. They are the daughter of Jezebel. Daughter and the son of Jezebel. Oh my gosh. Some of them, for some reason, have immediately gone independent. So, I guess that's cool. I'm not sure why most of them have suddenly gone independent, but I'm just going to Jezebel and Solus to go search and destroy, honestly, I think. I mean, if they accidentally kill their sons and daughters, then that's on them. This is a them problem and not a me problem. And Jezebel has arrived. Please, please, please don't kill your daughter. Or your son, for that matter. Don't do it. The tribespeople of the Union of Raleigh are fleeing. We've got a lot of sad faces just pop up as well. My daughter is dead. Oh dear. Oh, Jezebel just killed her own daughter. That's not good, is it? That's really not good. Have you killed your son as well, by any chance? Oh god, they've killed their... Jezebel has killed her son and her daughter. Oh no. Oh shit. Well, we do have a survivor here. Rhino. Rhino is coordinated, technophobe, rowdy, and a weapons master. Healing double passion of 6, cooking 11, melee 13. And then we've got all these wild people on the map as well. I'm going to tame all of them, and then we've got more slaves. And you know what? I think I think we're going to call the episode here on that slightly worrying note that Jezebel and Solus have just murdered their own children. It's, you know, a little bit of an L, you could say. Today's been a fantastic episode in terms of progress. Research has been coming in thick and fast. Engineering was a massive one to pick up. And now all our slaves are properly enslaved. I'm a lot more confident in knowing that they won't just escape. In the next episode, the plan is that Jezebel will be able to finally implant her genes into someone else. So Lord Tyoma and Dutch will both be turned into a vampire. Unless one of the wild people that we tame is better than Dutch. But Lord Timer will definitely become a vampire next episode. So if you have enjoyed any of today's episode and are excited to see the exciting things that come from arcane magic and turning Lord Timer into a vampire, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.